Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm shooting this live, but everyone can watch this later on. So I'm just going to talk like I'm used to. I see there's 3 people watching. Welcome. Please comment so I know that everything works and stuff like that. A little bit of a surprise, actually, because I got 3 huge boxes of records today delivered, and just came home from work and decided to just fast like shoot a video to show you guys and also share the sort of excitement of opening these boxes of records. So maybe some of you that watches this has orders in, so you will see a little bit of your records, I think. And otherwise, it's records for myself and for the stocks for stock in the shop. A lot of Blue Notes, I should say. So if you're a jazz fan, this is going to be one hell of a video, I think. So I'm going to talk a little bit about every single piece that I know about. If I don't know about it, let's have a discussion, because maybe one of you guys know something about it. So the thing is that these records are 100% from sort of Christmas sale that one of the biggest record labels or distributors here in Sweden, that is called Universal or Border, had. So instead of throwing everything on my site, because some of it didn't sort of resonate with what I want to have in my shop and stuff like that. So what I did was I compiled just a PDF, and I sent that out to all of my newsletter subscribers. And I just said that if there's anything you need, just send me the mail back and list what you want. And the orders started flooding in. And I don't blame people because Blue Note records, today you have the classic series and you have the Tone Poet series. And here in Sweden, they are kind of expensive. Like, I think we pay like 350 Swedish crowns for classic series and 550 for Tone Poet. And with this campaign, or with this sort of sale, there were classic series going as low as 130 Swedish crowns. And the Tone Poets were even, some of them were as cheap or even cheaper than ordinary classic series. So, and I ordered a bunch myself, because I don't think that there will ever be a campaign this good when it comes to those Blue Note records. But it wasn't only Blue Note, as you will see. There was also the Verve Word by Request series and some other stuff. So you'll see that. If there's any questions, like when the ones that are watching right now, just throw them up there and I'll answer them. I also have the PDF in front of me. If you have any questions of prices and stuff like that, just let me know. And this sale is actually ongoing. So all through January, this, if I understood correctly, this is going to go through. So if you are interested, let me know in one way or another, and I'll send you the PDF. Now, the first week, a lot of the stuff just went and gone, so a lot of many of the records has been sold out. And the only way I can sort of know which one is sold out is to email the lists to the label. So just throwing the stuff, I'll send to the label, and they will come back to me with what is still there. So yeah, records. This one was actually for myself. So let's start with this. This is the first box that I unboxed. So this is Robert Glasper Experiment Black Radio Deluxe Edition. I think that this was first issued in, let's see here, like 1998 maybe, or something like that. I might be wrong here, but this has grown to be a classic in the sort of the more modern Blue Note catalog. And the deluxe treatment will be awesome to listen to. I've actually never heard this album. I mean, I haven't listened to much after 1975, 1979 of Blue Note. So it's going to be awesome to sink my teeth in this, actually. Talking about good prices, this is one guy bought 5 of the Cool Strutting with Sonny Clark. And this was one of those classic series that came out that just exploded. The audio quality of this is so damn good. And I'm super glad that I already have a copy. I think that this went for like 13, 15 euros, something like that. Don't know if it's still there. PM me if you are interested. But I already had it, so I didn't buy anything for myself, and I actually didn't buy anything to stock up, which I'm pretty bummed that I didn't right now. The same guy, I think, also bought 3 copies of Fuchsia Swing Songs by Sam River. And this is a pretty new one, 2023. I think that this was maybe one of the summer releases or September release or something like that. So I'm just wondering, like, with this campaign, I'm wondering if they like got way too much in stock or something like that, or they just want to be nice. I don't know with this campaign, but it's far from everything is far from the absolutely like newest ones. A lot of them are from 2020, like early 2023 and even 2022, I think. But for me, who hasn't bought that much Tone Poets, getting these for the price of what a classic series costs is pretty nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I have 6 Tone Ports or something like that. And that is corrected right now. So the first Tone Poet I'm going to show, because I don't think that Robert Glasper counts as a Tone Poet. Just an ordinary release. Is Sonny Clark with trio with Paul Chambers, Philly Joe Jones, and Sonny Clark on piano, obviously. Paul Chambers and Philly Joe Jones, fantastic. This is also one of those classic Blue Note records. Fantastic artwork also, and one that I didn't get when this was announced. It's just I haven't prioritized these, just a handful of them, just because of the high price tag. I mean, 550 Swedish crowns is about 50, 51, 52 euros, something like that. And I guess that it's the same all over the world with how inflation and stuff has gotten to us all. But so this campaign, super welcomed to say the least. So that was the first box. I have 4 more to go to. This was the smallest one, so I want to show you that first. But let's go to the comment section, see what people are writing here. Hi the hater. I have John Schofield, a go-go from Where Request, manufactured by Third Man Records, and it sounds terrible. Wonder if Hardgrove by RH Factor sounds. I have to say that unfortunately this is also my discovery, because I have bought some, let's see here, like this one. I've bought some that I have sampled this year from Third Man Records, and I don't think that they sound terrible. I think they sound okay. That is my, like, with the 3 I think I've had listened to. I feel like they sound okay, but compared to what we are getting from Blue Note right now and other reissue labels like Craft Recordings, Sam Records, like in the background, the sound quality are so damn good. So when they are releasing these titles and they are kind of sloppy done with cheapo cardboard and no polyline in the sleeves, just paper in the sleeves. I mean, come on, like, So I think that they get a lot of hate, and I deservedly they get a lot of hate in one way. But if we just take a step back and look, if just like being glad that the music is out there for the cost that it is for, I think that it's we could, yeah, I think I could have to be a little bit more fair to them, I think. But it would be so cool if we had the same sort of treatment. I don't know where I'm going with this. I've actually planned to do a video about my Third Man experience, showing the stuff that I done, because as I said, they are not at all what I expected when I started to buy them. But for what it's worth, they are okay, and I'm glad I have the music. So that's my 2 cents on that. Black Radio is from 12. Okay, yeah, very great record. I hope so. It's going to be awesome to check it out. So yeah. Now Speaking TV. Hi. Hi, hand pink waving. Yeah. Okay. So moving on. I'll go get the next box. A little bit of my ass there, I think. So yeah, I have a lot of like orders being filled, and I'm gonna sort them up in different piles and stuff like that later on. It's gonna be awesome. I have my afternoon set. Let's just say that. Yeah. Okay. This I was the only one that picked or took a copy of this, which is maybe everyone else has it already, or I'm the only one wanted a copy. But Elvin Jones Revival live at the Pokey's Pub. I read so many good things about this, and I saw Ken Mac something. He writes a lot for Downbeat and stuff. He has a YouTube channel, great one. He is so knowledgeable when it comes to jazz, way more knowledgeable than some or most of the YouTube people on here. The only thing is that he's not that friendly with the camera. Is that even like, okay? Anyway, check him out if you haven't. He did an interview with a guy. I don't know if he was into like making this in a way. Anyway, so he did a camera interview and sort of a conversation about this, like 20-30 minutes just about this, and it should sound great. I don't know who mastered it. I mean, it's a Blue Note, but I don't think, doesn't say that it's Kevin Gray, so I don't think it's maybe it's a digital master. Yeah, does anyone have this? Awesome one. So 2. Yeah, this is also one that I picked for myself, and another customer also bought one. This is Lee Morgan's Infinity, and this is actually pretty new. 2023. I think that this is, I'll say that in October, November release. Yeah, maybe October release of the Tone Poets. So fairly new. This was one of the most expensive ones of the campaign, but I mean, maybe like 10-15 euros still under the price that it goes for otherwise. So great, man. Jackie McLean, Larry Willis, Reggie Workman, and Billy Higgins. And this seems to be recorded in 1981. Was that no, man, it can't be 1981. When did Lee Morgan die? Doesn't say when it was recorded. Okay, so this is live, people. This is why I don't shoot live videos. I hate it. I fucking hate it. But here we are. Freddie Hubbard, Blue Spirits. This was put out in 2023 also, so maybe autumn or summer release. This, I've heard a lot of good things about this. So you have Freddie Hubbard, James Spaulding, Joe Henderson, Someone on Something. Klein Sawadi. Yeah. Clifford Jarvis, Big Black on Conga. Larry Ridley. All penned by Freddie Hubbard. And I have to say, like, Freddie Hubbard is one of my, if not my favorite trumpet players of all time. I think that he has such a distinct and soothing tone on his trumpet, but maybe that's just me. Time for Tyner, McCoy Tyner. I think this was put out in the 70s. Looks like the 70s. Not 69. Fair enough. Bobby Hutchison, Herbert Lewis, and Freddie Waits on drums. So, yeah, this is going to be great to sink my teeth in. And this was, this was my favorite. Another guy took a copy of this also. This is Andrew Hill, Dance with Death. I wanted this since it was announced that it was released, because I think that Andrew Hill is, I shouldn't say my favorite Blue Note artist, but of the Blue Note records I've heard, of all the Blue Note artists I've heard, I think that Andrew Hill is the one that has like a constant, just masterpiece sort of streak. Like all the records that he did for Blue Note was awesome. But I've never heard this, so it's going to be great to check this out. Joe Farrell, Andrew Hill, Victor Sproles. I don't know who that is. Charles Tolliver, awesome. And Billy Higgins on drums. So can't imagine that sounding bad. Yeah, great. And this was, I think that this also was a 2023 release. So, no, 2022. Yeah. Maybe later 2022. This is also great. Stanley Tucci and Mr. Natural. A lot of people actually, like, when they did their best of Tone Poets, they had this on the list. And I think that this came a little bit under the radar when it was released. So you have Lee Morgan, McCoy Tyner, Bob Cranshaw, Elvin Jones, and Roy Barretto on this. It's not a bad lineup, is it? Recorded in it says 80 here, but it's not 80. Like, this has to be the first time it was put out, maybe 1980. Yeah, 1964. Let's correct this shit with Lee Morgan, shall we? Thank you, 65. So put out in 1980 on that sort of white cover artwork thingy. And what a great cover. I mean, look at that. Just use the glare there. Yeah. It's a cool, very cold day in Sweden. We got minus 17, 19 degrees, something like that. And I live in south of Sweden, so I'm pretty blessed. In north of Sweden, they have minus 31 degrees, which is just like insane. Yeah, this has to be a classic in the Tone Poet with the Tone Poet releases. This has to be like 2022, but early 2022 maybe. So Donald Byrd at Half Note Cafe, Jazz at the Waterfront. You have Pepper Adams, Duke Pearson, Lamont Jackson, and Lex Humphreys. Lamont Jackson, I don't know who that is, unfortunately. So this is volume 1. Did we get the volume 2? Anyway, so yeah. Next one is Blue Mitchell, Bring It All Home to Me. Junior Cook, Harold Mayburn Jr., Gene Taylor, and Billy Higgins again. He's on everything. Seems like that anyway. 1967. Junior Cook. Wonder if I've heard him play 4 sax. Awesome. Yeah, Blue Mitchell. Great. Also 2022, so last year's sort of. And this was also one of the first ones that I pushed order for, and there's 2 here. So another customer took one of these also. But as I said, they are a part of a campaign. If you're interested, just let me know, PM me or anything, and I'll see if there's still records left. So Freddie Hubbard, Breaking Point. This was like I've had this on different pressings on my want list since I don't know when, but never actually found a copy that I was like, never in the wild, and never found a copy online that had the right price, and stuff like that. And I didn't want to like buy a 75th anniversary version, or maybe the Pâté Macon that they released, the French pressings in the early 80s, because I think you can get one of those pretty cheaply, but the sound quality is just so. It's okay, but it's just so. I refuse to shit on those French pressings, because I in my opinion, they sound pretty good, and depending on what you get them for, it's damn worth it. Like they sound like a really, really good CD copy. So depending on your system, I mean, yeah. Anyways, Breaking Point, James Spalding, Ronnie Matthews, Eddie Kahn, and Joe Chambers. Yeah, that's cool. 1964. And this has to be one of the big sort of the big records in the top poets. In my opinion, this could easily have been a classics series, part of the classic series. So I'm really happy that we got the top poet treatment now, when I can buy them cheaply. Otherwise, I would be glad to get it as a classic series. But everything comes for him who waits. Okay, yeah, there was only this left. So I'll pack this up and go to the next one. 3 more to go. So when I pushed record, or like go live, or whatever you call it, I instantly regretted that I didn't boil myself a cup of coffee before I went live. So now I sit here without coffee. Now you will see my ass again, maybe. Okay, so let's go for these ones. These were also like, yeah. So some classic series. Let's go to the comments. Let's see here. Oh my God, Lee Morgan's Infinity, love that record. Glad the Blue Note make those reissues. Yeah, really, really happy. Infinity was recorded in 1965, not released until 81. I should have read the comments before I started babbling away. Checking out your online store. Do you ship to Malta? Yeah, I ship anywhere in the world from 15 euro and up. So I just shipped to France, Spain, US, and Tokyo just the other day. So, because I sell on Discogs also, so I sell everywhere. It's just that with sort of my online shop, it was easier to do a Swedish shop with all the pre sort of arranged shippings, and especially payment. So when you pay at the end of, it was easier to set that up. So, but everything is prepared for my shop going internationally. I just haven't done it yet. So if you're interested, just let me know. Okay, going forward, this is obviously the classic series. I got this. No, I didn't get this because I have a Music Matters press of this. I almost lied there. I never got this, so I haven't compared this to the Music Matters. But I bet there's people online and on YouTube that did. I can't imagine that this sounds bad at all. One of the best jazz records ever. And here we go. This is Verb by Request, manufactured at Third Man Retro Pressings. This is one that I got unfortunately before the campaign, so I paid for this. Sucks ass now because I could have made a sweet deal. Anyways, I didn't think that this sounded that bad. Like this is I mean, this sounds better than a lot of other sort of ordinary pressings that is out there, in my opinion. And I also got this one, which I feel the same way about. Like the first thing that struck me was that I was disappointed because I compare it with this. So the sound quality when you get this is you want it to sound like this. And when you open it up and you don't have a polyline inner sleeve and there's like papers, paper fecals all over the record, you get like bummed out. You get so disappointed. Like, why are they doing this? But when you wash it and you play it, it's an ordinary record. But as I said, 2018, 17, when you got these sort of records, they sound like this. So it's just like we are spoiled. That's the word. And this blowing the blues away, the Horace Silver Quintet and Trio. I actually have a first US stereo press of this, or if maybe it's mono, that I found many moons ago. It could be cool to compare it, but I won't because I don't have a copy of myself. This is for a customer. And the first like non-jazz record, Women Talking, original motion picture soundtrack by Hildur Gunnarsdottir. Yeah, I have to say, I know nothing about this. A customer just pointed this out, ordered it, and I obliged. I have no idea how this is. I think that Hildur Gunnarsdottir did the soundtrack to The Joker, but there's another Icelandic composer that is very sort of in talks right now, so I might be wrong. Yeah, I have been obsessed with Tony Williams until maybe 5, 6, 8 years ago, something like that. But I collected everything I could find with Tony Williams. If he played drums on something, I bought it. And this is no exception. Spring is awesome. And I saw Massey's best reissue video. It's a 40-minute video, so it's a long one. But he talks about this being one of the best Blue Note releases last year when it comes to all the treatment with sound and stuff like that. I don't know, because I have early 70s reissue of this, I think, or a limited press, something like that. So I didn't feel it being necessary to get it. But it would be nice to compare the two pressings against each other. And the same goes with this. I also have a 70s press of this. So a customer bought this, and rightfully so. Not only one of the best cover artworks in the history of record covers, in my opinion. It's just so damn cool. Also, a fantastic record. True and true. And I think that if you compare this, might be wrong here, but if you compare this to other Cecil Taylor stuff, this is a little bit easier to get into, even if it's pretty out there. So you have Eddie Gale Stevens, Jim Lyons, Ken McIntyre, Henry Grimes, Alan Silva on bass, and Andrew Cyril on drums. So I think it's a free jazz album, without a doubt. But yeah, and on this I forgot to mention Wayne Shorter, Sam Rivers, Herbie Hancock, and Gary Peacock. A pretty good lineup. Yeah, I know who got this. I hope he knows that this is the demos, so he don't think that it's the ordinary release. But this is Peter Harvey Let England Shake demos, original demo recordings of every track from the album Let England Shake, including The World That Makes Murder and Glorious Land and stuff like that, including download card. PJ Harvey, it's like one big black hole for me. I've never listened to PJ Harvey. I should have, but never did. So yeah, awesome. I think that I got this for myself, or maybe another guy got it. I have to go through the lists. Yeah, Chicken Fat, Mel Brown, an Impulse Discovery, and I read up a little bit about this. So again, you have Thirdman Records doing this. So it's going to be awesome if this is mine. It's going to be awesome to see how it sounds like. But I think that the story is like Impulse, discovered this guy, threw him in the recording studio, and the rest is history, I guess. It's always nice to add one of those spines to the shelf, isn't it? Like I could live with a collection only being these spines. Awesome. And I bought this for the shop. So I already have a copy of this, and I actually got a request for lowering the price on this yesterday. And I wish I could, but I bought that before the campaign. So everyone else is selling this pretty cheaply in Sweden right now, except for me, because I would lose so much money if I did. So I have to wait it out. So that there we go. But this is a customer bought this, and damn right. So that was the third one. 2 more to go. Are we having fun? Let's see here. I'm checking out the online store now. Okay. Nothing new. 11 watching. My daughter is just writing to me. 2 more to go. Let's see here. Also strange that every all the records came in different boxes. Everyone came in one big box, but okay, that's what she said. Oh well, here we go. Lost focus there for a second. Let's see here. Okay, so continuing on. If you are new to this, I'm showing an unboxing stuff that came into the shop, and a lot of these are orders. Some are going into stock, and if you're interested, just let me know. Just PM me or anything like that. The sort of the thing is that one of the distributors had a campaign, or have a campaign. So you get like a tone poet for the price of a classic series, and a classic series for the price of a Big Mac and Company. Almost. So PM me if you're interested. A Caddy for Daddy, Hank Mobley. I have a reissue of this. So I didn't buy this for myself. Customer bought it. This is such a good album. And again, it feels a little bit like this could have been a classic series. And not a tone poet. So we should be pretty glad that this got the tone poet treatment. Jackie McLean, everything Jackie McLean is at least interesting. Tipping the Scales with Sonny Clark, Butch Warren, and Art Taylor. Feels like this is a little bit of one of those like that came a little bit under the radar when it came out. You didn't see this being showed that many times on YouTube and talked about it on Facebook, stuff like that. Recorded in 1962. I think we all know this guy here. So Blue Train, I got the Tone Poet version with 2 LPs or something like that. This is the standard version. Sounds better than it has sounded before. I've never heard a first mono stereo copy, but I had a early copy, a Liberty press, and comparing them with the Liberty versus this one, I mean, blew it out of the park. The Liberty had no chance against that one. Okay. Mixing it up a little bit. This is Johan Johansson, and then this pause. There came the sound of bees. Music from the films Vermint's by Mark Krasel, based on the book by something. Cool artwork. Have no idea about this. I don't know what this is at all. But it's on Deutsche Grammophon, so I bet it will sound pretty cool. Werve by Request are doing Impulse Records, but Acoustic Sounds is also doing them, and Acoustic Sounds does them like the Tone Poets, but there is a pretty big price difference. So if you want your Impulse reissues like the Tone Poets, you have to pay up. And this is one of them. So, Acoustic Sound Series, certified vinyl reissues from the world's greatest jazz labels, mastered from the original analog tapes by top mastering engineers. Okay, so it doesn't say who mastered it, but it was like Bernie Grundman or something like that. Feels like Chad Katzen's favorite mastering engineer is Bernie. So, Out of the Afternoon by Roy Hayes Quartet, Roland Kirk, Henry Grimes, and Tommy Flanagan. This is a magnificent record, and it's super hard to get a reissue or any sort of press. I've tried for many years, so I got myself a copy of this too. But I think there's one or two to add to the shop. Anyways, it's gonna be awesome to listen to this. I bought the Karma by Pharoah Sanders, which got the same treatment, and that was like. Don't know who bought this. Will soon enough, but yeah, Wynton Kelly Trio with Wes Montgomery smoking at the half notes. I think I have a reissue that, if I'm not mistaken. And again, audiophile vinyl reissue Acoustic Sound Series mastered by the original analog tapes from top mastering engineers. Manufactured at Quality Records Pressing, QRP, and tip-on gatefold sleeve printed on high-grade board. So they don't do anything half-assed, but you have to pay for it. So, Christopher is in the house. Are you sore from the tattoo? Yeah, turned out really cool. Gonna be awesome to see the final thing. Say hi to my mom, Yvonne. Hey, Yvonne. Nice to see you. I don't see you, but you see me. So yeah, but hi, Yvonne. Awesome. Are you home at your mom's? Cool. Very family-friendly sort of live stream. Continuing on, this is The Right Touch with Duke Pearson. You have Freddie Hubbard, Stanley 13, James Spaulding, Gary Dodgion. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. Garnet Brown, Gene Taylor, and Grady Tate. Hell of a lineup there. I know half of them. And I think that this is also one of those that came under the radar. I haven't seen that many people talk about it in the VC here on YouTube, and I haven't seen much of it on Facebook. But I guess it's because he looks like a psychopath. Like, really, that's there. Anyway, so didn't they like? What was this? The only is that the only picture they had of him? Shit. Okay. This was also on Massey's best reissues of 2023. Wayne Shorter's Schizophrenia, and I can't see how this couldn't be. It's such a magnificent record. I listened to it online. Never had a vinyl copy of this, and with the Tone Poet treatment, this is going to be a blast. Curtis Fuller, James Spaulding, Herbie Hancock, Ron Carter, and Joe Chambers. Fantastic. Like, really cool. I wonder what session photos they used on that one. Again, Acoustic Sound Series with that sort of magnificent treatment, but you have to pay up for it. This is Acoustic Sounds, mastered from the original analog tapes by top mastering engineers. I love it. Top mastering engineers. Crescent by John Coltrane Quartet. Not for the faint of heart. You have McCoy Tyner, Jimmy Garrison, and Elvin Jones, obviously. This is a fantastic record if you're into his freer stuff. So, if you want a wild ride, wilder than Love Supreme, this is something for you. And yeah, last from this box and the second to last box overall, Let 'Em Roll with Big John Patton, also on Massey's best reissues last year. And I have to say that Big John Patton, I've never heard about Big John Patton. So it's due to this record that was put out by the classic series by Blue Note that I knew about him at all. But the other guys like Grant Green on guitar, I mean, one of the best guitar players ever in jazz, and Bobby Hutcherson. Also, you have Otis Candy Finch, which I have no idea about on drums, but Bobby Hutcherson vibes. You can't go wrong with this. And look at that cover. I mean, Blue Note knew their shit when it came to cover artworks, didn't they? And it just goes to show, because if you have like these three is pretty good examples, because I think that this is how it worked. Like, this is the original artwork for Hamp Mobley's A Caddy for Daddy. It's fantastic. You could have an entire lecture on just how good this is with the fonts, the placement, how the photo was shot, and so forth. Another one that is, I mean, if you see a T-shirt with only this lettering but says something else, you know that it's Blue Train by John Coltrane. And this sort of framing with his face and everything, it's just a classic one, but it's not just classic for classic's sake. It's such a damn good cover artwork. And then you go to something that I don't think was done back in the day, something that they have done now for the Tone Poet series. Don't get me wrong, this is a nice looking front, but it's not the classics. Like, there are a huge difference between today's and yesterday's sort of use of layout. And yeah, it's just my 2 cents about that, because we have the same sort of, shouldn't be a big difference. We have the same sort of, or even better today. It's easier today to do a artwork. We have more fonts to work with, and we do everything like super fast compared to 1965 or 59. Okay, and this, yeah, cool one. Billy Gibbons hardware. Is this the CC Top guy? I knew who bought it. Bill Frisell's 4. This is Gregory Tardy, Jonathan Blake, and Gerald Clayton. This was recorded. Let's see here. Was it recorded 2022 also? No. Anyway, sample this online. Sounds great. Really cool. And Bill Frisell is just feels like a guitarist that just gets better and better for each year. A bad Donado. I will never say that again. On Verb by Request. Marcus King, new album featuring the single Hardworking Man, Blood on the Cracks. Tracks. Blood on the Tracks. And It's Too Late. Young Blood. Easy 5 sound. I have no idea about this, but it looks pretty intriguing. Does anyone know about this? Dan Auerbach, wasn't he part of let's see here, Black Keys, maybe? Dan Auerbach. Nashville American Recordings also. Cool. Awesome. Let's see here. Christopher is yelling something. No, I'm not sore from the two. My mom says hi. She laughed when you said her name. Yvonne. I should say something in sort of halländska. Sportskåta. Yes, Billy Gibbons from CC Top. Awesome. Didn't know he was still producing stuff or was alive. One guy took Dexter Gordon's Go. Fantastic. This is one of those big classics in the Blue Note catalog. Sonny Clark, Butch Warren, and Billy Higgins, great one. And I think this is also one that I had reissue from like the 70s, something like that. So I never got the classic series. Nice that they put the sticker in the middle of the O and just not like somewhere that, you know, because a machine probably does this. So someone really thought things through. Here, no one thought, like, this is the worst place to put this. Maybe this would be a worse, even worse. But yeah, it was pretty, like, yeah, not a good day at work. Very good day at work. Okay. Yeah, so this is Big John Patton. This is, like I said before, this was the first time that I heard him when this was released. Great one. And Big John Patton, I think, on organ, but he has that sort of, it's soulful. It's really like soul jazz. And again, Grant Green. Yeah. Johan Johansson again, Drone Mass, Acme, and the theater voices Paul Hillier, maybe a soundtrack again. Nice. On Deutsche Grammophon. This looks like the soundtrack to what's it called? Oh, yeah. It will come to me. The last studio album of Dr. John. But ugly cover, in my opinion. But things happen that way. I need to listen to this. There is always a sadness of the last thing that any artist does. I mean, I was like, it was huge when Bowie released his last one, and also Leonard Cohen at the same time. Both passed away. Both records are great. I wonder if he knew that he was going to pass. Cool one. Let's see here. Just hit me with questions if you have. Destination, Jackie McLean, 2 copies. So two. I think 2 customers are getting these. This is Grand Monsieur the third, Bobby Hutcherson, Larry Ridley, and Roy Haynes. Awesome. 1964. Seems like all the records that I've shown today is from 1964. Government Mule, Revelation Come, Revolution Go, Revolution Come, Revolution Go, featuring Sarah Surrender and Stone Cold Rage. 2 disc, 180 gram vinyl. Fancy, Universal, and all that good stuff. I have no idea about these guys, but a buddy of mine, I think that this is him that ordered this, has talked very warmly about Government Mule, so I have to check it out. It's too new for me to really have stumbled upon or listened to. This feels like structured or embossed cover, but I don't think it is. It's just like matte. This is the Marcus King band, Soul Insight. Was this the same guy in the beginning? No, Marcus King. Yeah, Marcus King. Ah, cool. So this is the same guy. Not the same. This is from Fantasy and Evil Teen. And definitely not the same producer, the Black Keys guy. Doesn't seem like that anyway. No, non-American recordings. So yeah, they're left or upgraded or something like that. Great artwork. Check that out. 2 episodes. Yeah, Space is the Place by Sun Ra. Awesome. I had this, but I sold it in the shop before I had the chance to rip the plastic. So now I don't have my own copy. So I don't know how it sounds. But the it's a pretty, I mean, all Sun Ra is hard to get. But there are definitely pressings and records that are harder to get than others, like the Saturn releases. Anyway, The Sorcerer, Gabo Shabo, also Verbal Request, recorded live at the Jazz Workshop in Boston. Cool guy. Cool guy. Seems to be alone. Never heard this. I have no idea. And the last 2 records, and I think that's it. Yeah. Pretty, 50 minutes. So you are heroes if you if you are still here. Introducing Johnny Griffin. This is Blue Note 1533 with Wayne and Kelly, Curly Russell, and Max Roach. This is a 50s record, isn't it? 56, yeah. Classic one that I don't have. And these copies are not mine, but I think I ordered this in my next batch that is going to come, because I already have another order filled that is coming from this campaign. So yeah, thank you so much. If you have any comments or questions or stuff like that, just let me know. I'll stick around a little bit for you to ask a question or two. Otherwise, I'll end this, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Let's see here. Lot of music to listen to. Yeah, unfortunately, not mine, everything, but definitely, I think maybe I grabbed 10 for myself to sort of add to the collection, review, and if there's something, I actually, I will go a little bit from topic, but I actually was thinking of having a part of the shop being like open records, but like news, sort of review or demo copies that I can. So I I can order them here. I can listen to them. I can review them, and then if I decide not to sell them, there's its own section of just like secondhand demo thingy on shop. I don't know. Haven't really thought it all through yet because margins is so tight. I think on like, yeah, but on this record, I think I do 2-3 euro, €2 maybe in like what I keep for this. When it comes to like a tone poet, maybe €4, something like that. So I keep it really low. The price is really low because I love to hook people up with good music. But the margins sucks. So yeah, let's see here. Busy weekend filled with music. You bet. What's your thought about the Brown Acid series? I love the Brown Acid series. I mean, I'm pretty new to it. I think I was exposed to the Brown Acid series just a year ago, something like that. It's always been around. People have been talking about it, but it's actually after I have opened shop that I started to really dive into reissues. Because before then, I was mostly looking for original pressings or early pressings. And the Brown Acid series, as we all know, are super obscure, like Acetates, maybe a band released a 45 in south of Texas in 1971. You know, that kind of deal. So for me, I've never been after those. And there's only 24 hours in a day. So I don't have time to listen to everything. So my interest was on another place. But now after I started a shop and people has been sort of hooking me up with things, ordering things, and I have sort of listened to it online and stuff like that, some of this stuff has just blown me away. And now I think I have like 4 or 5 Brown Acids that I've kept. And I've sold maybe 40-50 copies of different, from 1 to 17, mostly 17, the latest one. I think that the fans of Brown Acid already have the series, so, but it's cool. So the worst thing about the Brown Acids, as all of the Riding Easy and the Ancient Greeks or Permanent Records, all of those US labels, they are import to us here in Sweden. So I pay, when I when I sort of like I paid $75 US dollars to ship 10 records from Permanent Records today, and that is just like, I mean, if you go online and you see my price tag on one of those records, you will start like laugh out loud if you compare them to other stores in the States, because I have to like my price has to be like almost double to that price, and that sucks. Like, it really sucks. But on the other hand, it's cool to be the only one who has those kind of records in shop here in Sweden, selling online and having those to the customers, because I want a shop where if I were to go to that shop online and saw all these killer records, this super selection of records, I would just like go apeshit bananas, and I'm sort of striving for that. But it's tough, and everything is paid up front. So I sort of gamble when I when I order records for the stock also, because I have no idea if they're going to sell, but I've already paid for it. So it's just like it's money sitting there in crates. So yeah, a little bit of a background of how it is to run an online shop, I guess. Yeah, if that was all, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day. Bye bye. Bye bye, then.